Hey everyone, I'm Yat. Just your average dolphin playing Musume. When I first started, I really struggled to understand everything since the game's quite deep and there's just a lot of stuff going on in the game. I hadn't really figured out everything until a month or so of playing into the game, and I'm making this guide so anyone who comes in will have an easier time going into the game and just progressing in general. So with that, let's hop right into the 5 things you need to do when you start Musume. Number 1. Reroll. While rerolling is not exactly necessary, I highly recommend you do it since it just makes your training life so much more comfortable down the road. A lot of amazing skills are only available through SSR supports, and these supports have a bunch of extra perks that help you through training, in addition to the fact that they start at a higher level. I suggest you get at least 1 or 2 of these SSR supports. For SSRs, you have Vodka, Super Creek, Tazuna, and Kitasan Black for the SS rank. For S rank SSRs, you have Tokai Teo, Fine Motion, Nishino Flower, Oguri Cap, Twin Turbo, Winning Ticket, which is obtainable from the story, so you don't have to worry about that, and the Yai Namuteki. You'll probably get some SRs as well, but those aren't as important as you'll most likely be using them for stats rather than skills. As a general rule, the more dupes the better. I'll leave the list at the end of the video in case you want to reference it later. Rerolling is really quick and really easy. It just takes a few minutes and you can just look up any rerolling video on YouTube. It's really easy, so I suggest you just give it a try since the gacha rates aren't too bad. Alright, number 2. After you finish your rerolling and you're all set up, you're gonna want to find people to leech off of. Every day, you can borrow a friend unit up to 3 times a day. Borrowing good units potentially gives you 60 extra stats every run, and it really helps to have those extra stats when training. Here's how to do it. So you open up the menu at the top right and click this friend button over here, and then click this tab on the far right, which means recommended. If you just started, you can only follow 10 people, but that's more than enough for now. So first, how you want to fill up these 10 cards or these 10 friends. You're going to want to look for 5 support cards that can cover whatever you don't have. So I suggest having at least 2 speed supports, 1 power support, 1 stamina support, and 1 friendship support. You can put 6 cards in a deck, and having this composition should be flexible enough for you to work with. Pick the SS rank supports from the list I gave earlier and make sure they are max limit broken or max diamond versions of what you need. Right, so if for example you have 2 speeds, 1 power but no stamina, I suggest you get the stamina support as your friend. You can make this faster by sorting the list by level, by clicking this button, and then this button. It might take a while, but getting it here will make your training way more convenient later. So just fill up those 5 slots with support cards you need. For your 5 remaining slots, find 5 players who can give you 3-star inheritance horsegirls, as these will give you 60 extra stats you will need when training. You can check by clicking on the character after you select a person and look through the second tab. You will see 3 horsegirls with a lot of inheritance information. But what we're looking for here are the blue boxes, and we're looking for blue boxes with 3 stars, speed, stamina, or power inheritances. Remember, you want all 3 girls with all 3 blue boxes to have 3 stars. I highly suggest getting 1 for each kind of race. Notably, Simboli Rudolph is super good because her skill can be inherited, and it's a really good skill. It synergizes really well with a lot of the horsegirls that are given to you at the start. So make sure when you're done, make sure to use these supports when training. Alright, number 3. Level up your support cards. When you start the game will give you some currency to work with. The first thing you want to do with this currency is to upgrade your support cards, since support cards determine the stats you gain during training. You want to go to the bottom left menu here and click on your support cards to upgrade. Make sure you to prioritize your SSR support cards before going for the other cards that you will need for training. I highly recommend prioritizing the following: 3 speed, 1 stamina, 2 power, and 1 friendship card. So make sure you level those up before you start training. Number 4. Train up your Sakura Bakushin O. Sakura Bakushin O is hands down the easiest horse girl to train in Uma Musume right now. All you have to do is focus on speed, 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 and then maybe a little bit of knowledge, and you're well on your way to win the URA finals. Just give it a try first, start getting the hang of random events, event choices, and how support cards work. For Sakura Bakushin O in particular, before a race, don't forget to set your position to escape instead of lead. This will make it easier for you to win races based purely on speed. If you set this up once, you won't have to set this up again for the rest of the training session. If you want more information, I'll be releasing a training video later on how to manage training and what you're aiming for during training. Don't forget to use the supports you looked for that you leached off of with the follows you gave. And last, after learning the basics of training, try to raise up one horse girl for each type of race. You are given one horse girl for each type of race at the start. You have Sakura Bakushin O for short ranged, Vodka for miles, Haru Urara for dirt, Daiwa Scarlet for mid, and Gold Chip for long ranged. Raise them up in this order since training goes up in difficulty the longer the race is. Once you have a mid racer, I highly suggest you clear the main story, since clearing it gives you a free stamina SSR support card, which is Majiro McQueen. The second chapter gives you another stamina SSR or Rice Shower, and the third chapter gives you one of the best power support cards, SSR Winning Ticket. It's definitely one of the best and you want to get it as soon as possible. So that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoy your journey through Uma Musume. I'm planning on making more videos, so feel free to tell me what you may want to see next. If you like it, like, comment, subscribe, I guess. So thanks guys. See ya.